Welcome back to Tom's Garage again. Ooh, welcome back, boys and girls. Today, we gotta fix another shop's botched work. Lordy, lordy, I ain't gonna mention no names, but it's a Kohler KT725 series. Pal, I just got done redoing the steering column. They botched that too. He said they kept this thing for 2 months and done stuff he didn't ask. He finally went up there and said, give me my mower back. Brought it to me. I had to redo a steering column because the nut fell off in the steering shaft. Remember that old, what was it, the Andy Griffith show where Barney was driving that old car he bought and the steering column come sliding out of it? That's what happened to this. Anywho, and he said, I smell oil burning too. Can you check that out for me too? I said, yeah. Yeah. Look at that. I don't know what they did. He said he didn't even ask him to do that. They replaced his valve cover gaskets and he said they adjusted his valves too. He said, well, I didn't ask y'all to do that. I didn't bring it in for no reason for that. But look at the nasty gasket. They just use old cheap auto parts store RTV on that. Look at it, look at it, Ghoul. But this side over here is pretty dry. This side is leaking. But the reason this one is leaking, they broke the bolt off in it, boy. Why would you do that? Then they just give it back to them like that. And of course it's leaking. Grab a flashlight. Look at that. All that witness. Witness protection program. Ew. Look at it. Look at it. Ugh. Well, there's your problem, sir. We're going to pull this valve cover off and I'm going to reseal this one, of course. But I'm going to see how lucky we can get getting that broken bolt out. Y'all reckon we can get lucky with that? I may have to drill it out. I'm hoping I can just get it out with the easy out. Let me grab that flashlight again. It don't go all the way through. It goes in about a ½ inch, maybe a little longer. Boy, this thing is just drippy, drippy wet right on top of that exhaust pipe. Yeah. I got this thing tilted back. It's been sitting there for a few minutes, tilted backwards. I hope it ain't gonna make too big of a mess when I pull that valve cover off. Oh, let's see. Let me hit pause. I'm gonna get this camera set up here so you can watch a little better. Y'all hang with. Okay, the first thing we gotta do is get this fuel tank vent line off here. Get it out of the way. Get it out of the way. Then we'll get that fuel line taken off there and get it out of the way. Get it out of the way. Yeah, that other shop's got a lot of bad reputation. But I ain't gonna go there. It ain't none of my business. I ain't responsible for what they do. Okay, get this pulse line taken off here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that out. Just get it completely out of the way because we got to clean this valve cover. We'll stick that back in later. There it goes. Go get it. Okay. Yeah, let me grab a bucket and some rags. It may just drip a little bit. I don't think it's going to come gushing no oil or nothing out of it. Well, I can't get a bucket under there because of my jack stand. It's all right. That's all right. We'll get it. Grab some rags. Rags. Okay. Torx 27. Good Lord. They put that together with an impact. They did. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Let me make double sure that's a 27 because I don't want to strip that thing. It's got a little play in it. Let me grab, here's a Torx 30. Let me make sure it's not what that, oh, it is a Torx 30, okay. Okay, I thought it was a little loose. Ooh, let's see if we can get lucky here. And because if I think that bolt right there is gonna break, I'm not gonna do it. I'll just tell the fella to keep oiling it. Oh, yeah, we got it. Goodness gracious, it's the valve cover bolt, people. Here's this one up here. Yeah, we got lucky there. Man. Yeah, ooh. Boy, I tell you, we got lucky. Get a little lucky. Don't be sure. Get a little lucky. Driving this thing in, it runs pretty good. Let's pry that thing off. Let me grab a little pry bar. I may have to go next door and borrow my buddy's backhoe and use his bucket to grab this thing if I have to. Pry it off of that. I'm trying to do this without having to pull that cowl off the top of the engine. There it goes. Oh, lucky, lucky, lucky. Lucky, lucky, lucky. I figured it'd be like that Honda Bond. What is that? They didn't even scrape the old gasket before. They just smeared new gasket material on there. Look at that. It's all up through here. Man alive. Uh-oh. Money. Okay. Okay, let's get that oil out of there. Look at me, they got that material all over the rockers and man. Somebody got a big old bolt can of RTV for Christmas. But when I put it back together, I am going to use, you got the right stuff. Lawnmower Detective sent me that. Thank you, brother. It's about half full, by the way. Okay, now let's see if we can get lucky with this broken bolt right there. Let me center punch that thing and we'll see how. I didn't have as much coffee today as I did yesterday, so I ain't as jittery. Oh, let's see, right there in the center. Ow, I just hit my elbow. Let's see, right there. Right in the center. Right in the center. Well, I tell you, if they was going to break one of these bolts, that's about the worst one they could have broke. I may have to pull this wheel off right here. This thing's right in my way. Boy, it must be a hardened bolt. That thing's hard to punch. All right, let's grab a drill bit. Grab a little bitty drill bit. Grab yourself a little bitty drill bit. All right, hold your breath. tell you, that is a hardened bolt, or either this drill bit's dull. Huh. Let me find another drill bit. Oh, let's see. Let's find us a nice, fresh, new, sharp drill bit. Another one I need is missing out of there. That's a nice fresh drill bit. It don't look like I did a good job centering that thing up. Come on, baby. Show me some shavings. That must be one hardened bolt right there, I tell you. Unless that drill bit's dull too. Well, let's find another drill bit. Another drill bit. Here's one smaller. I don't believe that one's ever been used. All right, hold your breath. That's not me playing with that trigger. It does it by itself while I got it held down. This thing's been like that since I bought this new. Boy, I tell you, that is one hard bolt there, boy. Goodness gracious. These drill bits ain't touching that bolt. That's what they look like. Looks like a regular old grade 5 bolt to me. Let me grab a little chisel. Let's see, let me find a good chisel. Here's a pretty good little chisel. That might be a little too wide. Yeah, I can't really get in there. I want to try to tap it around a little bit. Let me find another little bit more narrow chisel. Little chisel. A little more narrow chisel. A little more narrow. There's a good one. There's a little narrow chisel. That's a little bitty one there. Let's see if we can tappy. Boy, I tell you what, I think we might be in trouble for this one. I think we might be in trouble with this one. If I could chisel a little burr on the end of it there, I can. Nope, I'm getting into the aluminum. Getting into the aluminum, don't do that. Nope. My gosh. Let me find another little drill bit. I'm gonna use this little tiny one right here, see if it'll drill any better. I'm gonna start as small as I got and just kind of work my way up. Be careful though, because if you break a drill bit off in the hole you're drilling, you are in trouble. I'm trying not to put a whole bunch of pressure on it because I can see that drill bit just flexing. Well, these drill bits are not touching that bolt. Hold that one up to the light, see if it's got a better head on it. Let me try this one. This one's a different material. We had them black oxide, then we used them tungsten. This is titanium here. Oh, goodness. My goodness. Nothing's touching this metal. Yeah, this drill's got a faulty trigger. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope. Let me tap on it again. I don't want to heat this thing up, but I will if I had to. I'm gonna keep on drilling with this little bitty one right here, this titanium bit, because it is doing something to it. You can tell when there ain't no shavings or nothing coming out, you know it ain't doing nothing. I believe we are pooting in the wind with this one. I believe we are. Let's see, let me take that little chisel I had. I'm gonna see if I can chisel straight across it. That way we can try to get a screwdriver on it and see if it'll turn. Ooh-wee. I think we're just going to have to seal it back as good as we can. I don't believe that's gonna. We may end up, doing more harm than good trying to mess with this thing. I'm just gonna clean it up and reseal it. It's probably just leaking because of the way they tried to seal it. It's got the old gasket on there. It's got the new gasket on there. That may be what we have to do. That may be what we have to do. Yep, I think it's time for plan B. Let me try one more drill bit. This one looks used. That one looks like it's dull. This one looks like it's. This one looks like it's new. Let's try this one. Try this one, but I'm going to give up on this. This is not worth my time. Not worth my time. Now we're just dulling drill bits is all we're doing. We're just dulling drill bits. I'm gonna drill it with this one right here. I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna clean this up and just reseal it. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. That's what we're gonna do. Let me grab my little wire brush. Grab my little wire brush, put it on the drill. Get it good and clean, get that right stuff on there nice and thick, and let it cure. And I believe it'll be all right. I can get this in there. I don't know if I can get that in there. Let me try my other one. Oh, it doesn't have no luck with this thing. I'm trying to blow it away. I don't want to get it inside. Well, the bottom is the most important. I'll have to take my razor blade and scrape that. I can't get in there to it. Can't get in there to it. We'll just, you know, there's 2 or 3 different styles of sealer on here. Nasty. Nasty, nasty. Yuck. It's pretty bad when you see 3 different color sealers. Here's the original. Look at that. Yeah. Look at it. Let's see, I'll take a piece of dull wore out sandpaper and just kind of scuff at it a little bit. And I put a burr on it right there. We gotta sand that down. Still got a little hump on it. Yeah. Yeah. Nice and clean. Make sure you get all that goo off of it. And there's some more right in here. All right. Close your eyes, I'm gonna blow it with a puff of air. Okay. Now we'll take a little carburetor cleaner. Clean it. I told that dude to wait till about 2:20 to come here. And there he's pulling up in the driveway. There. Okay. That's nice and clean. Let me hit pause. Alrighty, got that clean. Now let's take this over there to the old parts washer. Give it a good cleaning. Give it a good cleaning. Give it a clean. Get this stuff out of there. Toss this in the trash can. Don't want to get it in my parts washer. Yeah, you can see where it's wet. It's just leaking right in here. Well, them pecans are just falling all over the place out there. Take some El Cuberator cleaner and rinse off that oily dishwasher kerosene. All right. All right. Back over here. Get it, boy. All right, we'll take our little razor blade. We'll come right over hither and we'll scrape this off into the trash can. Try to get the majority of it. Yeah, that cheap RTV silicone, I bet they didn't let it cure just right. I see a dark gray, I see an orange, and then there's also another lighter gray color like Honda Bond or something on it. Man. It's like sanding down an old truck and just seeing all the different layers of different color paint and stuff. Crazy. All right, get a little bit right there. We'll go over there and stick it in the wire wheel. We'll go. Put this razor blade back over here where it goes. I don't like laying something like that around. Purdy. It's pretty purdy. Little carburetor cleaner, illiquidity. All right. All right. All right. Let's see, that was like that. So right in here is where we make sure we got to get it good and thick. Right stuff. Return it to service in 1 minute. Says right there, where's the directions? Service should be clean and dry, cut off the tip, touch nozzle, 45-degree angle, continuous 1/8 to a 1/4 inch bead to one surface, surrounding all the bolt holes, assemble within 5 minutes, tighten it to torque specs. Vehicle can be returned to service immediately. Okay. I'm going to use a little bit bigger than a 1/4. Let me put this in the vise here. That thing wants to move around. Wants to move around on the bench. Surround every bolt hole. I've had to cut this off a couple of times because it dries in there, and now the opening's too big. You use too much, and it really don't go as far. I'll tell you what I like to do. When I'm done with this, I'll show you what I do. I'll show you what I do. I take electrical tape. This stuff's pretty expensive. Go around it like that, come off the end. See how it kind of sealed itself? Then flip it over. Oop. Flip it over and then go back around this way. That kind of seals it pretty good. Then what I'll do, I'll put it in this Ziploc bag. And I'll roll it up. And I'll squeeze all the air out of it. Stick it back in the drawer. They don't keep it 100% from drying. It will still dry, but it won't be half as bad. Because that is some expensive stuff. Thank you, detective. Uh-oh, let me hit pause. All right, as soon as I got done smearing that adhesive on there, customer walked up. I had to make him wait while I stuck it on there. You don't have long. It says they'll get it on there and get it torqued down within 5 minutes. So I stood there and talked to him for about 10. That's why I couldn't film doing that. sticking it back on, but that's all we did was just stuck it to it and put the screws in and just run them all the way down. Now I'll go ahead and tighten it. It says you can go immediately back into service, but I'm gonna let this thing sit and cure probably overnight because we're missing that bolt right there. It looks to me like it's, grab my flashlight. There it is. It looks to me like it's squeezed out pretty good. We got a good squeeze all the way around it, so I believe it's going to be all right. I'm going to let it cure overnight before I set it back down. It'll sit right here on this table all night long. It's about 3 o'clock anyway. I'm going to close this place down in a couple of hours. Yeah, let's see. Let's go ahead and take a little screwdriver and put this pulse line hose back in the carburetor. I mean the valve cover. I can't go one video without mentioning the carburetor. You know, I don't know why I pulled this hose out. I didn't have to, but that's all right. That is perfectly okay. Just make sure it's seated all the way down in there. All right, that's good. That's good. All right, let's get this fuel line put back on there. Okay. Fuel tank vent back on yonder. Oh, good. All right. Well, all right, boys and girls, thanks for watching another boring come loomy video. Having to replace that valve cover or seal there, try to get that bolt out, but it was a no-go, and I'm not going to destroy it trying to get it out. Ain't worth it. Sometimes you just gotta let it ride. At least we got it resealed. It ain't gonna be leaking all over his muffler anymore. Lordy, lordy. KT725 valve cover gasket. Love you, boys and girls. Thanks for watching my video. And man, we will catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be real good.